So some of you may know what this is, this logo is. If you don't know, it's the crypto.com app, and I'm going to be unboxing the Royal Indigo crypto.com metal card. I want to also go through why I got the card, what the benefits are, maybe if you should get a card, but this is not investment advice, of course. So yeah, let's go through the pros, maybe some cons, what I think of crypto, a little bit of what I think of crypto. This is not going to be like a crypto channel, but, you know, maybe who knows. But you know, crypto is technology as well, blockchain and stuff like that. Yeah, I thought I would kind of share this experience with you guys and tell you more about it. And also, you know, I know there's some videos with like Americans who've done it, so I wanted to do like a UK version, and just so, I mean, UK people know that it's not it's not a scam or anything, because I think with crypto everything scam. So yeah, we'll check this out and then I'll explain a bit more about why exactly I'm kind of going into it. Alright, so this is the Royal Indigo crypto.com card. This is the one you have to stake £3,000 worth of CRO for. So I'm gonna do a little unboxing. Obviously with these kind of things, you gotta be careful, you know, for like privacy and stuff. So I'm just gonna take my time with it, guys, and try not to reveal my whole card information. So let's see what happens here. You meant to pull this? Ah, I see. That's pretty cool. Just pull it out like that. So yeah, it just has my name on there. Nothing incriminating or anything to worry about. So yeah, I think this is a really nice presentation, to be fair. That's pretty cool presentation. And yeah, let's have a look at this properly, because it's a metal card, right? So we'll just slide this out. And pretty cool. I never had a metal card before. So yeah. I'm just gonna take a look at the back. I will try to show you some of the back. Just have a little look at the front and the back. So yeah. It's a cool card. It's not, I haven't had a metal card before. It's not like, you know, like crazy hard metal. To be fair, I mean, if somebody told me this was like reinforced plastic, I'd believe them. Yeah, it's very solid. It's very solid. And I think it's pretty trendy, like these metal cards. So yeah, that's it. Crypto.com. It does have contactless, and but it doesn't work with Apple Pay or Apple Wallet, which is a bit of a downer, but you know, here's what it is. But yeah, for me personally, I'll use this very sparingly. For the most part, it's just to pay off Spotify and Netflix and that kind of thing. So the first thing we're going to get into are what are the requirements, and we'll talk a bit about what are the benefits. So on the crypto.com app, what you have to do is you have to stake £3,000. So this is in the UK, you have to stake £3,000 worth of their crypto token called CRO. Now, what staking means, staking is buying, but it's not like it's not like a one-off transaction where you lose your money. It's technically an investment, right? So you buy and you hold that asset, their token, which is CRO. And essentially, you know, obviously like anything, any asset, any crypto asset, you know, the price can go up. So obviously the value of it can go up and you obviously can make more money from it. But what happens is when you stake with crypto.com, you actually get 10% rewards on that stake. And essentially what that means is 10% interest, like annual interest. So for example, if you, in this example, you have to stake £3,000 and you would get 10% back on that, which is £300. But one thing, beginners get wrong, because I got it wrong, is it's not 10% a month. What it is, it's 10% for the year. So what happens is you put in 3,000, your interest rate essentially is 10%. That's paid out weekly. But what it is it's not weekly, obviously. You're not getting £300 a week. What you're getting is £300 a year split into 52 weeks, right? So you'd be getting paid £5.70p a week. But here's a little bit of the catch, right? Because you're not getting paid in like pounds or even dollars. You're getting paid in their token. So what you're getting is £5.70 worth of CRO at that price that is on that week. So if it's a good price, obviously you get more tokens. If it's not a good price, you get less tokens. So that's maybe a little bit of the catch that people might, find with this kind of thing. But again, if the price of CRO goes up, you obviously get paid more money. And you obviously have more money. Now, another thing you have to realize is you have to stake this for 120 days. Now, one thing I got wrong and one misconception I had is, and maybe this is stupid, but what I thought was you have to stake it for 120 days. Then after 120 days, you would receive your card. That's not how it works. Once you stake it, so once you buy the 3,000 worth of CRO on crypto.com, you get your card immediately. But that money, that £3,000 is locked in. It's staked and it's locked in for 120 days. You can't touch it, you can't remove it. After 120 days, you can remove it, but you do lose some of the benefits that we'll talk about in a second. So it's locked in for 120 days and they send you a card straight away. So that's where you see me unboxing the card now. I didn't have to wait, they send it straight away. But another little caveat is they don't send you the card automatically. They make it available on the crypto.com app, but if you want the physical card, you have to order it. It doesn't cost you anything, but all it is they just don't send it automatically. And I'm guessing it's just because so many people use payments on their phone and that kind of thing. They don't want to just send cards to people who don't necessarily need it. So kind of makes sense, but you do have to actually go on the app and order the card. Now let's talk more about the benefits, because actually I think, to me, the benefits altogether is a no-brainer. I think £3,000 is obviously a big barrier for a lot of people. And okay, I'll tell you the story of how I got the £3,000 to actually get it, because I'm not rich. Essentially, what happened was I had invested in a company on another app actually called Freetrade. They do stocks and investments. I'll leave my code down actually for both crypto.com and Freetrade. In case any of you guys are interested, you get a free stock with Freetrade, and with crypto.com, I think you get $20 worth of CRO if you actually get one of their cards. So yeah, I'll leave the stuff down below. So I invested in a company on a stock investments app. So this is not crypto, just a stock investment app, and basically it did well. The company did well. I got really, really lucky, and I didn't make crazy money, but I made basically £3,000. Well, basically enough to get the card. That's essentially what it is. I made enough money to get the card. I didn't want to leave the money in that stock anymore, so I took all the money out of that stock. It made me decent money, so I took the money out of the stock and I used that money to buy the CRO so I can get a crypto.com card. And I'll tell you why. So here's the benefits. So you get free Spotify. Now, you get free Spotify and free Netflix with a CRO, so with the Royal Indigo card. Now, it is still a bit of a catch, right? It is still a bit of a catch. So it's not free, but it is free. So let me explain. So this is how it works. Once you get your card, you now transfer all your Spotify bill and your Netflix bill onto the crypto.com card that you got, the Royal Indigo card. So once you transfer it onto there, essentially what happens is you will pay Spotify and Netflix as normal from that card. But then crypto.com will now credit you with, I think it's $11.99 for Netflix and then $12.99 for Spotify or something like that. $12.99, right? Because this is all done in dollars. But here again, they don't pay you in actual cash. They pay you in their token, which of course you can transfer to cash, but they're not paying you in cash, right? So that's a little bit of a caveat, right? But for me, I'm a little bit bullish on crypto.com. So I'm also bullish on their token CRO, because honestly, for me, their app, I tried other apps. I've tried Coinbase, I've tried Binance, and for me, their app was the easiest for me. That being said, I feel like it will gain adoption, even more adoption. You know, they're doing stuff with the NFT stuff. They're doing a lot of different things. They're really trying to make it so that people can, you know, actually use crypto, because that's the thing with their card. That it actually helps you use crypto to pay for everyday things. So obviously it starts with Shopify. It starts with Spotify, it starts with Netflix. But of course, if you add money to your card, you can actually pay for things in real life. So I really do think in the next 5-10 years, CRO, that token and the value of that token could really go up. So not only do I have obviously the 3,000 worth of CRO that I staked in order to get the card, but then every month, the £20 that I spend on Netflix reimbursed to me by crypto.com with their CRO token. So the way you can kind of see it, I think instead of looking at it as free Netflix and free Spotify, you should kind of look at it as, instead of paying £10 a month for Spotify and I think it's still £10. I think it's £10 a month for Netflix now. Crazy. Instead of doing basically £20 a month, you're kind of investing that money instead of actually just putting it to like a service, like an entertainment service. So, you know, it's not obviously £20 a month to invest a month. It's not a lot, but considering it's almost like Netflix and Spotify are investing it for you, it's kind of hard to explain. But for me, I think it's really a no-brainer. Another benefit they have is what you're allowed to do in the crypto.com app is you're allowed to stake different cryptocurrencies or crypto tokens. If you have the Royal Indigo card, you get the highest percentage worth of staking. So I'll give you an example. So Polygon, Matic, I don't know if you guys have heard of Polygon or Matic, or, you know, let me use an example everybody knows, right? So let me give you an example. So without the Royal Indigo card, you can stake Bitcoin at 4.5% annual interest rate, which is good, it's decent. But with Royal Indigo card, you get 6.5% on Bitcoin. Now, the jumps are actually bigger with other things. So, you know, for example, you can get up to 12% per annum on USDC coin, which is a stable coin. I don't know if you know anything about stable coins. Stable coins are essentially coins that aren't volatile. They are paired to, for example, the USDC coin is paired to the US dollar. So it does whatever the US dollar does, and let's be honest, it's nowhere near as volatile as crypto. So in theory, what you could do is you could put in £10,000. You can buy £10,000 worth of USDC coin on crypto.com. Crypto.com, if you have the Royal Indigo card, will give you 12% on that interest on the USDC coin. So essentially, you could be making on that £10,000, £1,200 a year. So that's essentially £100 a month just passively coming into your bank account, which obviously is great money. No bank is going to give you 12% interest rate. Even though they could give you that interest rate, they never give us that interest rate. They're giving us like 0.5%, 1%, you know, all this stuff. You can get 12% on your money using crypto.com and USD and obviously investing into USDC coins, or you can invest in something like Polygon on Crypto.com with the Royal Indigo card gives you 12% interest rate, basically 12% rewards, which is crazy. 12%, you're not getting that anywhere else. Obviously, if you invest in Polygon or something like that, that is volatile. But if you did for USDC coin, that is not volatile. So potentially your £10,000 is relatively safe. Obviously not completely safe, but relatively safe. Plus you're making 12% on that a year, £100 a month. That is great passive income. So that's one of the, long story short, the high staking rewards are the reason, is another reason why I got the card. It's one of the benefits. And another benefit is the lounge pass. So I don't even know if I'll use this, but it's there. You have a lounge pass. You can use all these airport lounges and stuff. I mean, it's cool. But to me, I think it's a bit of a no-brainer. This is obviously not investment advice. This is not investment advice. This is not investment advice. But for me, it was a no-brainer because, like I said, I think long-term CRO will go up because Crypto.com is, for me, the best app that I've used for buying crypto. If it gains the adoption, I think it will. The price of CRO will go up, and obviously the benefits already. Free Spotify, free Netflix. I mean, that's basically £240 a year. That's good money, really. Obviously, if it was to, it'll take obviously like 10 years, obviously, more than 10 years if you wanted to recoup the 3,000 you put in. But remember, 3,000 isn't you buying it, it is an investment. So yeah, for me, I'm bullish on it. I think Crypto.com is great. That's why I got the card and I put my money where my mouth is. Obviously people talk about safety. Is it safe? The reality is there is some risks to crypto because it's not regulated in the same way that other things are. So it's a risk, but for me, I think it's a risk worth taking. Like I said, not investment advice. Do your own research and all that good stuff. All right, a bit of a different video today. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully you learned something. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. If you did learn something, if you found this useful, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It takes a moment for you, but it means the world to me. And I'll catch you in the next one.